Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Slug, the Super Namekian, is here. We got our Dokkan Fest. Let's jump in. Let's see how good Dokkan Fest Lord Slug is at 100. Wait, no, 55%. 55%. Sorry, it's my first day ever making Dokkan videos. My bad. Yes. We're looking at 55% Lord Slug. My bad. Now, you guys know how I like to do this. Pretty much just, first time using the character. Now, Lord Slug, of course, is a Big Bad Boss's character, which means this is going to be a little bit of a... How do I word it? It's going to be a little bit of a, not like the best picture of him, since he's a Big Bad Boss's character, and Big Bad Bosses is just so important to these units. Let's make sure to give our boy a sticker-rooski as well. Again, 55%. Lord Slug, I am one of the long-time callers for the Lord Slug Dokkan Fest, and Slug really came through and really gave me good luck, which I appreciate for Father Slug right here. Alright, so there's his sticker. We have his giant form back there. That's just from his active skill, though. Alright, now, remember, Slug does introduce a new category into the game. It's this one right here. Demonic Power. Which, I mean, is funny because it's just a bunch of Gohans right there. It's mostly just Gohans. Okay, hey, Gohan, and Gohan. The first 6 characters are Gohan. And then we get some Majin Boos and stuff like that. Yeah, damn, wow. It really is. We're gonna need some, some other non-Gohan characters here. But Slug, we're gonna need 3 characters from this category in order for Slug to have his intro, and then that's where he gets really, really interesting. So another new category added in. Oh, I'm gonna need to get the titles. Remember, there's gonna be new titles associated with it. So, all right, let's jump into a fight. Let's see how good 55% Dokkan Fest Goat Slug is. All right, guys, we're here in an event. I brought us back right here because I don't have many Lord Slug friends on the friend list to play with. I mean, not too surprising, right? Guess what? Some of these kind of in-between Dokkan Fests, like Lord Slug or Videl or Zarbon in the future, it's not going to be super easy to find friends. So I brought us back, and I think we're going to go through with this turn just in case I take an L, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out where in the game can I go that has a Lord Slug friend. I'm sure that there would be a Shadow friend or Dev friend, Lord Slug, somewhere in the game. I would just have to, tie my bandana tight and find what event they're in. That's typically how it goes, right? It's like someone is using the character somewhere. I just gotta, get my ass in gear and find out where. Now, I like, Kid Buu is an option here. Some of these Majin Power characters, the full Majin Power team sucks cock, but, like, using a couple of them on a setup like this, like, we're gonna be in a good spot. Yeah, there's no way, dude. Yeah, I knew it. Every time I run Kid Buu in here, UI Goku just kills him. Yeah, go ahead, just kill us. Okay. All right, cool. Lord Slug, here we go. Alright guys, so Lord Slug shows up domain instantly, intro on, and we're looking to be pretty good. Now, the way Lord Slug works, they designed him very smartly. A lot of characters, like if you read his kit, why don't I actually just pull it up on screen right here? If we take a look at this, right? So he activates his intro, 200% attack, 33% damage reduction permanently for the rest of the fight, and then creates his domain Earth Shrouded in Cloud for 3 turns from his entry turn when there's another 3 or more demonic power category allies in the team. Now, the way this actually triggers is it will activate even if a domain is up. And then his domain will pop afterwards. So we'll make sure to get this in the video. I'll do the same test we did before. We'll do a run where we have Int Broly's domain up, and then turn 2 we have both Lord Slugs, and we'll prove that we can actually get the domain up like that. But my Lord Slug was in slot 7. Next turn, his intro buff will be activated, even though there's a domain up. And then what's going to happen is once the friend Lord Slug's domain goes away, then my Lord Slug's domain is going to trigger. So it is a well-designed character. They actually did a good job with Lord Slug. We are going to be able to rock some really good characters. I mean, here we go. Janemba got one of the strongest EZAs we've seen from a villain ever. And that's going to help us a lot because we have a ready-to-go slot 1 character. The thing about Lord Slug's team compared to Namek Vegeta is we just have 1,000 slot 1 options we could rock here. Buhan later in these fights can go slot 1. Janemba can go slot 1. Tech Broly. We have Beast. We can use Beast Gohan. Because Beast and Tech Broly, the beautiful aspect of them is that they don't have character restrictions we have to worry about. So we could just throw Beast on the team. Now, there is one thing to consider, though, when using some of the Gohans. So, Lord Slug... Well, actually, we could just see it right here. Yeah, let's do it right here. So, Lord Slug's domain is up. His Dokkan field. Earth shrouded in clouds. This gives demonic power category enemies and allies 15% attack. So, this would buff all these Gohans. But then increase damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. And then another 15% for characters and Earthbred fighters. So, it's like, it's a lot, man. That's a lot. Yeah, that's 25% increased damage is quite a bit to have to deal with. So, all right, let's get this first turn going right here. Now, keep in mind that this is, this is 55. Oh, he's got some link levels. Yeah, Metamorphosis, by the way, let me highlight this link. This shit. Oh, this is a cum shot link right here. This is 5% HP regeneration and 10% attack and defense at link level 10. This is a really powerful link. Love that one. Let's hit that right there. And then we can go ahead and hit this. Now, obviously, we would have Big Bad Bosses activated if, we are at link level 10. But, it is what it is. I like to be consistent with how we do these 55% videos, stuff like that. And, I mean, probably later tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll have the, level 10 link video ready to go for Lord Slug. There's a few things I need to make videos on. So, I don't need to rush. I would probably rush to get Lord Slug full link level 10 to do his Max Links video instantly if there was less content for me to cover. But there is quite a few things I can. Dodge it, baby! Yep. Yeah, Janemba. Too good, man. He's too good. He's too good. Alright, Goat Slug. 4 million. Now, Slug doesn't have a lot of the annoyances that many other characters have had lately. Well, non-worldwide characters. So okay, normal. Typically it's like, oh my god, here we go, normal. But Slug builds up 50% attack and defense with each attack performed. So getting additional normals is not the end of the world. A lot of characters, it really does matter because they build up with super attacks. So it's like additional normal, and you lose runs off of that, 100%. But with Slug, I mean, even if we just get the attacks, he's still building up, which is going to be good. And we did, fail. It is an additional of a 70% chance to be a super, by the way. So we, all 2 seconds in, we're already failing the 70% procs. That is what it is. All right, here, let's just go ahead and transform Tech Broly. I see no reason we don't need to play his animation right now. Let's just get going with Goat Slug. By the way, Slug has a monstrous team, too. There is so many different builds and ways we could utilize this team. His really good leader skill, demonic power, inhuman beads, and movie bosses. Now, we do need 3 other demonic power category allies on the team besides him. So, Slug is a bit iffy off of his own team, unfortunately. because he is a little reliant on these demonic power allies. On his own team, though, it's pretty easy because the other Lord Slug counts. So then it's only 2 more. So, like, right here, our 3 demonic power allies are, you know, let's just use it in terms of, we're focusing on mine right here. The 3 other ones we have are Kid-Buu, Buhan, and the Friend Lord Slug, right? And then there is other demonic power allies. I would like to see demonic power improved in terms of its strength, but I think we will probably see that. Heroes, there's a decent chance, man. Decent chance. Last year when Heroes was out, I was playing Yakuza like a dragon, so I think we're gonna I've been fiending for it. There's just so many good games lately. All right, let's see what we got right here. Only fierce battle up on this turn. That's okay. We have plenty of other big bad bosses, characters, stuff like that. Super easy. April is going to give a huge amount of support to Goat Slug right there. You know, we got 4 rainbows, which is obviously very, very good. Yeah, Tech Broly, man, is actually like top 3 release this year. Beast and Tech Broly, just the way they're set up is just it's so big. It's so big how they're set up, right? Just designed to just be incredible. Like, no restrictions. They jump in and they're just awesome. Like, all right, let's get the additional super. Perfect. Okay. Super attack effect for Lord Slug. He gets 30% attack and defense, and then has a 70% chance to stun. So that means he will... Oh, okay. All right, let's see this. Sure. Yeah, this is perfect. We have 66% damage reduction right here. No big bad bosses, but a lot of support. 95k. Okay. Remember that UI Goku's damage goes up every single turn. So every turn that we're fighting this UI Goku, he's getting stronger and stronger. We're already on turn 3. We've seen many characters get one shot. This UI Goku's not really that scary, considering Super Gogeta does 4 million turn 1, but yeah, you guys get what I'm saying there. Oh, so Lord Slug, 70% chance to stun is awesome. So Super Battle Road is his bitch. Battlefield Metal Cooler is his bitch. And then there's also, do not forget, Bulma. Bulma, one of the nastiest fights that exists in this goddamn game. And Slug, I mean, can really be good. Because it's like, I see this a lot where people will go, oh, the fight's not even that bad because you could stun her. Yeah. Or she could just, you know, 5 million super in slot 1 before you attack. Right? I mean, we could just pretend that she doesn't do that if you want. Like, I guess we can. Right? So, yeah, sure. So, we can do Lord Slug's active. If there's anything that I could say is kind of a negative about Lord Slug, it would be his active. His active, to me, feels pretty pointless for the most part. I don't... like, the only real value from this I see is just to help get him built up. Like, let's take a look at this. So, you could do it when HP is 60% or less, or 4th turn start a battle. Condition is beautiful. Nothing wrong with this at all. 2 different ways to get it, and both easy. Or, well, inconsistent, easy is how but we could do this turn too, right? So, and then Master Race attack temporarily and ultimate damage the enemy. The only real value I see from this is to build up this right here. Because remember, Goat Slug right here, he's not actually getting on super attack buffs. So, like, Namek Vegeta, you know, we could, you know, like, pop his active and, we get his full passive up. And he's going to have, you know, more abilities like his dodge and his damage reduction in slot 1. Slug doesn't really have anything like that. Oh, by the way, every single turn at the end of turn, I'm not going to use it. Let's just go through. So this is a great turn for Slug. Again, we would have big bad bosses up, but, you know, obviously not level 10 links yet. So Slug, at the end of each turn, he heals 6% HP at the end of the turn, if HP is 66% or less. And then he also recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn, and all allies get 2 ki if the Earth Shrouded in Clouds domain is activated. So Slug is going to be healing a lot. Normal again, okay? But he's still fully built up, so it's fine. All right, that friend Slug will probably put in front of Tech UI Goku's super attack, which will be good. Oh my god, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I already mentioned it earlier in this video. Oh, thank God I know how to build my characters, guys. Thank God. Whew. Yeah, don't worry. I know how to build my characters, guys. Don't worry, don't worry. Whew. Man, dude, ain't that some bullshit right there? Oh, dude. Every time I run Kid Buu in this fight, man. Every time, every time, every time. Every time. Oh, man. How about we just go with, I kind of want to play Lord Slug's active right here. I'm going to play Broly and then Slug. Yeah.
どこへ行くんだ? お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか?
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look what we got here. Oh, yeah, let's do this.
どうした? 俺の本当の姿を見て恐ろしくなったか?
All right, damage wasn't really too crazy. Now, I'm thinking about how I want to build Slug. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. I could see arguments for a lot of different ways. I don't really think... I mean, raw attack, I guess we could. I don't really think it's necessary. Raw defense could work. But, like, additionals, crits, and dodge, all of it would work well. I feel like a lot of people are probably going to be... I'm gonna leave Buhan on rotation. Let's just transfer Buhan and we'll leave him on rotation. People would be against dodge, of course, but I mean, it's against some of these bigger bosses. I think Slug will probably have a lot of capabilities of surviving these hits, but, you know, well, I was gonna say, but taking 0 instead of like 450 is really good, but to be fair, Slug does heal a lot of it back. You know, I mean, that's gonna be good. We'll see, we'll see. But I mean, I think a healthy amount of dodge is probably gonna be the best bet for him, and it's always gonna age the best. But with additionals, a lot of times I'm not as high on additionals for characters because, I mean, it's not as simple as just throw 30 additional on them and you get it every time. A lot of times it's an additional normal, right? So it's like characters who stack up and people are like, oh my god, 30 additional, obviously. And then they just do additional normal, additional normal, additional normal. It's worthless. Potential system did nothing to help. But Slug does build up by doing just any attacks. So, I mean, if we toss 25 hidden potential system additional on him and he procs it and it's a normal, it still does build him up. So, it's like, you know, that's actually good. And then one thing Slug does not have, kind of uncommon these days, Slug does not have any super effective against all types or any crit in his kit. So, it's like, I kind of am going to need to build like a mix. I think I need to get as many points as possible. I might look to do like a... Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe like a 20 crit, 10 additional, 10 dodge. Maybe is what I'll do. Or 20 dodge, 10 additional, 10 crit. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, we can... I guess we'll just play the Lord Slug active again. I don't really see any reason not to. I mean, it's his video. Let's go.
どうした? 俺の本当の姿を見て恐ろしくなったか?
Now, depending upon the fight, Lord Slug does have, he does have 66% damage reduction. So maybe we could get him, like, we could put him in slot 1 right here. He'd be safe. And the reason I say that is because Slug does have one other ability which wouldn't synergize well with his dodge. which is that Slug gets a Scouter after he gets hit the 5th time in battle. Now, in the hardest fight in the game, Goku and Frieza, we're not gonna see it very much, because it's gonna be like Evolution Blue Vegeta. Like it's very inconsistent in there to be able to get hits. In Bulma, we'll see it every time, and then Gogeta and Janemba. I mean, I guess we could see it. All right, he does that, sure. Another additional normal. Goddamn, we failed that 70% like a million times. No super. No, come on. So I'm not sure. Like, in the current meta, the way his Scouter is set up, it's not going to be the best. Because the value Slug Scouter would give us in kind of like the main meta fights, at least that I think. Gogeta and Janemba, you want the Scouter immediately against. It's so, like, Piccolo and Vegeta can work so well in those fights to give you the Scouter right away. But then there's also, like, 17 and Golden Frieza. I've found that the Scouter against them is huge. It is so big having the Scouter against that boss. But it's not. It's gonna be very tough to have Lord Slug Scouter up against them. It is. It just factually is. So it's like I don't know. I don't know that his Scouter is gonna give us the most value in the way fights are set up right now. I also don't think we're gonna get like some new crazy fight. Maybe for New Year's would be it. So I don't think building around the Scouter is entirely necessary. I mean, who knows what the 10th anniversary meta fights are going to look like. Slug, to me, seems to be a capable enough character that I feel like he'll still be very useful during 10th anniversary. Like, Namek Vegeta's a character who might... 10th anniversary is going to show up and he might just be gone. Like, goodbye. Right, with, like, flaws... Like, that full field of orb change and Age-Out orbs is going to kill him. Like, we're going to die off that in 10th anniversary content. But Slug is probably going to be pretty effective, right? Alright, so remember, Tech UI Goku can only super attack in slot 2, by the way. So, hopefully we can, you know, UI Goku will actually super S double super. Nice. Numbers aren't the craziest at 55% Link level 1, but it's 55% Link level 1, obviously. Okay, he's just not supering today, sure. He does actually have to attack slot 2 to super, I guess. Alright, our domain is gone, so we're a little bit weaker now. I mean, he's trolling me pretty hard here. Okay, look at Slug's key. Let's look at Slug's link set. I didn't really talk about it in depth, did I? So he has Demonic Ways, Metamorphosis, Namekian, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, and Fierce Battle. So he doesn't really have key links. Because it's just Demonic Ways, but guess how dog shit that link is. Demonic Ways right here. I guess the banner unit, like, we could be using his banner unit for sure. And they're easily good enough to run. Yeah, so we could do that. That would definitely help out. They're obviously also a support for demonic power. I mean, maybe... I think that the EZA we're likely to see in this celebration is probably going to be Bojack. Based off of the banner situation, I think Bojack EZA is like... I mean, I don't want to say, like, guaranteed or anything like that, but I'm like, yeah, that's... Yeah, Bojack EZA, I'm thinking so. Yeah, look how shitty this link is. This link sucks. I really wish he did not have that. Okay, whatever. Alright. Hopefully, the boss supers? One day. One day we'll get supered. Alright, come on. I just want to see how Slug is going to eat this. Remember, he doesn't really have, like, build-up or anything. Like, once you do your 4 attacks, Slug kind of is what he is. He's going to have his 66% damage reduction, going to have his decent stats. I mean, there is the, you know, get hit 5 times to get the Scouter, sure, but... throughout this run, by the way, we're on turn 8. We don't have it. My Slug doesn't have it, so, like, we haven't even gotten... Because the problem with having to get hit is it's very inconsistent. Slug, I think, depending upon the situation, though, we could get him in slot 1. So. Oh, a triple. This is an equip that the friend unit must have to be able to do an additional. No suit, dude, you're trolling me, man. What is this? it's not easy to just go in and show capabilities of characters, chat. The game sometimes spits in your face. The game is laughing at me. They're laughing at me. They're laughing. All right, man. All right. I guess my slug's gonna get supered. I think I probably want to do one more run, and we could just switch up a lot of the characters on Slug's team. And remember, there is a lot of capable options. You know, we could bust out some of the Friezas and stuff like that. Again, Bojack could be looking pretty interesting. All right, this is a good turn. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get some supers here. Let's hit this. I do want him to get his 18 key. How does Broly's... I want to double check his key here. All right, we'll be able to get a lot of key from these. Okay, here, we'll hit this. I think we're only going to be able to get 2 rainbows here. That's fine. That'll still give Goat Slug the super attack, though. All right, so UI Goku will definitely super on this turn. I mean, there's 50 attacks right there. Well, I do actually have to show Slug's Scouter ability, too. Like, I do want to actually show it in the video. I'm pretty excited for Slug. I really hope... So, 7th anniversary power creep was disgusting. And, I mean, it was absolutely crazy. Right, wiped out the entire game. All that mattered was, you know, 2022, 200% leader characters, stuff like that. And then going into the 8th anniversary, I mean, they didn't really do much power creep. It was very slow. I really hope we see the same thing. This, like, I hope 10th anniversary, maybe there's a little bit of power creep. But not anything super crazy. That's 55% Link level 1. I mean, if he double supers, he'll kill us, which he could. He does. Okay. So we do get taken out. Now, if we were Rainbow Link level 10, you know, this is not a problem. Could be an argument for dodge right there, too. Considering he did take us out. Okay. Let's just do another run. We'll switch up the team a little bit. But let's also show Slug's Scouter ability, too. We need to get that in here. Alright, so I jumped into this fight. I figured we could see a couple of things, including Goat Slug Scouter. Right, like, this is one of those fights, like, people will hear me go, yeah, I mean, getting hit 5 times, I mean, you know, it's going to be iffy at points and blah, 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 blah. And then they just go into a fight like this and go, it's actually super easy, look. It's so simple. It's so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, I'm just going to put Goat Slug right there, right? Damn, I mean, this is a great rotation if we have him in the middle slot. I mean, we could also theoretically have Big Bad Bosses. This is the thing, Slug has a great villain bridge link set with Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, right? And Nightmare as well, right? A lot of big-time characters have this. Hirudegarn is another character we could run on the team, by the way. All right, so we're going to get him in there. I think we're probably going to get the best stats right now from Thirst for Conquest, huh? Yeah, okay. All right, let's see how we do. Goat Slug, show us something. I'm going to intentionally take a bit of damage. Yeah. That's fine. And then I'll hit some of this. It's not going to full heal us. But what I want to show is Slug's healing at the end of turn as well. All right, so remember, 5 hits. This is type advantage. We're guarding plus 66% damage reduction right there, yep. So there we go. We got the Scouter up. Easy, guys. It's not even tough, man. All right, let's see what this is. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah, Slug, his power is a level above this fight. It's funny, because this is, like, such a scary fight for Vegeta for a couple of reasons. Like, his intro can't activate, and he just creates tons of HL orbs all over. It's crazy. All right, so pretty good opener right here. We're going to be able to show Slug's healing at the end of the turn, and we'll have the Scouter on turn 3 as well. Let me not kill Goten. I want to make sure all 3 enemies are alive. So that way we can show the Scouter in its proper glory, right? No! I shouldn't have attacked Goten every time. Alright, yeah, okay, so, I mean, I do think Slug is pretty good. I mean, we died to Tekui Goku, but, I mean, you guys understand, Slug eats that shit for double digits when he's maxed. Right? Like, maxed out, like, that shit does nothing to him. So, he's pretty good. If I was to nitpick at all, I feel like this has been a common thing I've said, but just like a little, I'd like maybe a little bit of support. Just give me a taste, man. Just a little taste of something. I know his domain does kind of count, but just a little taste, and I'd like that. I guess thinking about it, like, if we're running Goat Slug, we are gonna... Okay, so a lot of the healing and stuff like that kicked in. Our HP is low, so we could do this, and I think I will proc this as well to get us... Let's watch this build up. 290k. Let's throw this. Boom. And what do we go up to? Okay. So now we didn't attack. We built him up a little bit. 435 right there. Okay. So remember, we're going to have Big Bad Bosses up now because we have actually taken damage. I guess I could have First Form Frieza. No, we should do this. This way, we're not really going to take as many hits from, you know, type disadvantage and stuff like that. Let's set us up with some type advantage orbs for Kid Buu. Yep, there we go. Heal up a little bit. And no reason to take these EGL orbs. Okay, perfect. So we got a ton of healing last turn. Let's have Frieza attack Kid Trunks so he'll debuff him. I'm a little bit nervous about Kid Trunks possibly at the end right there. Hopefully Kid Trunks will super Goat Slug right here. Hopefully. I think that this Friend Lord Slug is a 69%, by the way. Yeah, Trunks has me a tiny bit concerned. At First Form Frieza is like good in theory, but then you just jump in and the boss just kills him. So, okay. We're not looking forward to that really. All right. Additional normal, but it still counts to build them up. It's fine. This is going to be double digits, but we have, you know, we're guarding plus 66% damage reduction right there. Okay, sure. Sure. All right, so good so far. Maybe Frieza won't even die to Kid Trunks. I will tell you, doing these showcases and getting killed in slot 3 is really frustrating. All right, the good thing, though, is that after this turn, we're going to have seen all of Slug's abilities. There is one more thing I do want to show, which is I just want to, like, prove that Slug's intro goes up even with a domain, and there's an easy way to prove that, and that's we go into a fight in Broly. Pop is yeah, there's Trunks. Don't kill us, please. Oh, that Frieza, nice. So we go into, and look at the healing. The Lord Slug healing at the end. Right? Beautiful. I think Kid Buu gets a little bit of healing at the end of turn 2, I think. What? They're not supering. What? We have his Scouter. It's up. They're not supering. Guys, again, I mean, not to complain, but I mean, dude, showcasing is hard, man. Okay. It's very hard. It's very tough. Okay. I want to not kill, because I you know, like to be able to show this. How? None of them are supering? Okay. Yeah, but there's an easy way to prove that Slug's intro will proc even if another domain is up. And we have Broly on turn 1, use his, and then make sure that a Slug is on turn 2. And then, you know, then that's proof that, you know, his intro is up, the extra damage reduction is up, you know, even if, like, another domain is up, which is huge. The reason that matters so much is because double Slug. So, like, each Slug will have their, you know, 66% damage reduction up, even though each Slug doesn't have their domain up, right? But yeah, I think he's pretty good. I think Slug, to me, pretty clearly the third best Dokkan Fest TUR. A lot of people have said they wanted me to mix and match TURs with easy ATURs. I could, I suppose, but I mean, I kind of like Slug above Tech Vegeta. Tech Vegeta is just way too squishy right away. Can easily die. All right, come on. Scouter, show it to me. Okay. Okay. Bam. There it is. Goat, Slug, and the Scouter. Pretty cool ability. That's nice. It's nice being able to have that. All right, let's get Buhan transformed here. All right, so I think I'll probably just let, like, this turn play out. Do I need to do another turn? I don't really think so. Like, do I need to do another turn here? I think we're good. Let me just show that Slug's, you know, intro can proc in the way I said. And I think we can finish up. So let me know what you guys think of Lord Slug. Definitely a good Dokkan Fest. One thing that's nice about him is he doesn't have, like, a lot of, like, quirky annoyances. Like, he's just, like, a nice, sturdy, like, slot, like, I don't know. Like, he could go with slot 1 a little bit more effectively than, like, Physical Rose or Roshi can. I mean, Physical Rose could do it turn 1, but... So, like, Slug is not entirely locked to slot 2. You're going to be better off running him in slot 2, but... I mean, he can handle business, I guess, in slot 1 a little bit as well. Because remember, he's not really getting too much defense when he attacks. It's just a super attack effect. Once he's fully built up, it's just the super attack effect. Buhan is going to be pretty effective on this team, by the way. Like, Buhan is still really good, actually. Janemba, Buhan, Tech Broly. Like, this team has real winners. Like, bosses that will win fights. Characters on the team that will win fights. That could go slot 1. That could have these special abilities, right? Yeah, pretty good. Look at that. There we go. We got a crit as well. Nice. And then don't forget, man, when that domain is up at the end of the turn, Lord Slug, he's going to just give us a nice little bit of healing, too. I love it. I do like it. Yeah, pretty good. So there's Dokkan Fest Lord Slug. Let me just go into an event. All I have to do is go into an event and make sure it's like a Goku family fight. Broly active right away, and then the Slugs in the second turn. That's all we got to do. I think we'll end this. We'll go ahead and get Slugs active in one more time. All right, guys, here we go. Perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to show. So, we'll be able to use Int Broly's active here. Let's do it. This will get his domain up. All right, so now Int Broly has his domain up, and then here we go. Wait. Oh, my, wait, no, because I only, no, wait, I gotta do it again, god damn it. We only have 2 demonic power, and, oh, I'm silly. All right, chat, give me 2 seconds. God damn it. All right, we'll come right back. I got to add 1 demonic power ally to the team. But yeah, I want to show Int Broly doing his, because we see Int Broly's domain is up. And then on the second turn, Slug's intro will pop. All right, chat, sorry about that. All right, so let's toss it. We'll go ahead and toss Int Broly's active. As we, saw last time, this will pop his domain. And then Slug's intro will still play even though Broly's domain is up, which means this, as long as Slug's condition is fulfilled, we're always going to have his intro up, and we're always going to have Slug at full power, which is great. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get that delicious little intro up. So there we go. So Slug will be able to have that intro up for us, which of course is going to be quite good. So there we go. We'll always be able to get Lord Slug's intro up at the same time, pretty much, as having any other domain up or anything like that. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Because at Lord Slug, he would be, I mean, way less effective if, like, his intro was only proccing if his domain could trigger. That would be really bad, but thankfully, he's not designed that way. Alright, guys, real quick, before we look at Goat Slug's details, I'm just going to go ahead. The chest is Space Traveling Warriors. I mean, that is a pretty large category, all things considered, so I don't mind. I'm gonna toss a bunch of my Whis tickets into this. Hopefully we get some good equips for Slug. What I would really like to get, yeah, nothing basically. Oh, we got level 8 defense. That's actually pretty good. Oh, wait, what is this? This is a 2 additional 1 dodge. Okay, I would really like to get like just a 5. Like, if it's anything, 5 additional, 5 crit, 5 dodge, 5 crit, 5 dodge, 5 additional. Just something with a ton of points I want for Slug. Because, again, I kind of want to go a little bit balanced. A lot of times I will say, oh, hidden potential system is so overrated, which it is for so many characters. But Slug will get value, again, just from an additional normal. So it's a little bit different with him. So, yeah, damn. Oh, well... I mean, this, what's this? 4 crit? 3 dodge. Like, something like that I could use. What is this? This is 4 additional, 3 crit. Yeah, I really did want to try and get, like, bro, people will tweet me and be like, hey, look, truth. And it's just like, 5 dodge and 6 additional and shit. It's like, I wish, but... Alright, I mean, we at least got some, I guess, okay equips. I mean, maybe some of those I'll give the Slug. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Slug's details now. So here he is right here, our boy Lord Slug. Let's go ahead and swap over. So this is Terrifying Super Namekian Lord Slug. Leader skill is Demonic Power, Inhuman Deeds, or Movie Bosses, key 3 and 170% of stats. And then he also gets the extra 30% for Terrifying Conqueror, as well as Space Traveling Warrior. So he does have a pretty strong leader skill, all things considered. It's going to be really easy to get a lot of great characters on here, right? Some of the main characters we're definitely going to be running, like, LR Janemba, LR Buhan, LR Beast, LR Tech Broly. None of them are on their 200% leader skills, but all those characters will be good enough at 170%. His passive, Slug the Super Namekian. So he activates his intro, gets 200% attack and 33% damage reduction for the rest of the fight, and then creates the domain Earth Shrouded in Clouds for 3 turns from his, entry turn when there's 3 or more demonic power category allies on the team. Now, it's another 3 or more, so Slug himself will not count. It needs to be, the Slug you want the intro on, plus 3 demonic power category allies. So you do have to keep that in mind. As we showed in the video a couple of times, his buffs, right here, these will proc, even if he can't create the domain because another one is up. So a second Lord Slug or in Broly or something like that, that is huge. And then the way it works is once there is not a domain, then his domain will just auto trigger. So it's designed well, right? Like imagine if you could transform AGL LR Broly, you know, and then it's just once, like if there's someone else's domain up, and then just once there isn't, then his would auto pop. Like, oh my, that would completely fix domain characters, right? Like, how crazy would that be if they all worked that way? It'd be nuts. But definitely pretty good. And I mean, you for sure, by the way, you must have this is a must. You must have this. This, by the way, will hurt him a little bit, I think, on some of his other 200% teams. Lord Slug, to me, mostly seems to be his own team is where we're going to be using him. I mean, that's where, like, Vegeta potentially could have an advantage, because Vegeta could kind of be run anywhere, right? Like, just comparing, you know, the new Dokkan Fest to each other. Whereas, like, Slug, I mean, you do have to make sure you have this up, right? On Slug's own team, it's not that bad, because the friend Slug will count. But, yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Then he gets 2 key, 200% attack and defense, and 33% damage reduction. So, I mean, he's going to have 66% damage reduction right away. So, depending upon the fight, I mean, what the boss is, you know, like, against Android 17, you know, Rainbow, Link level 10, good equips, all the bells and whistles. I mean, 17 is not going to be able to kill him if Slug is in slot 1, right? No way. So, that'll be good. Then Slug gets an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super, okay? Then he gets 50% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 200%. Again, I am always trying to let people know that Hidden Potential System Additional is far overrated. The way people talk about it compared to what it actually does, on many characters, a lot of times it's just not going to come through for you too often, because characters need this specifically super attack, not just get the additional. But for Slug here, even if you get Hidden Potential System Additional normal, you're still building them up. So there's value. There's value for sure. That's why I'm probably going to go... I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be 20, 10, and 10 is the build I'm going to go for. But I just don't know what I'm giving 20 to. Because, again, Slug doesn't have any crit, no super effective against all types. Additionals he would like. Dodge would be huge, especially if we want to run him in, like, slot 1 or something like that. So it's tough. Slug could get a lot of stuff here. Then he does get a Scouter within his turn once he receives the 5th attack in battle. Now, obviously, Dodge does not synergize with that the best, but currently, all the tough fights in the game, Bulma, it's very easy to get the Scouter up anyway, but then Gogeta and Janemba, you want the Scouter up immediately. It's not going to be easy to get the Scouter in those fights. And then Goku and Frieza, it's also not going to be easy to get the Scouter in that fight. So it's, I don't know, like in the hardest fights in the game, the way his Scouter is set up, it's not the best. But I mean, it certainly could be useful. There could be useful points with that. Then he recovers 6% HP when HP is 66% or less at the end of turn. And then he recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn. And all allies get 2 key when his Earth Shrouded in Clouds domain is activated. So a lot of HP regeneration. His active skill, Darkness Blaster. He could use this if HP is 60% or less, or starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. And he massively raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage to the enemy. It's not really... It's a pretty pointless active. It doesn't really do anything. Because he doesn't even really have... Besides just, you know, if it's one of your 4 attacks to build this up, it's not really giving you anything. It's because, like, some characters, like, again, AGL Vegeta, right, you know, you could pop his active and you'll activate his full passive, and then maybe you could, you know, try and get away with his, you know, basically 50% dodge, 50% damage reduction in slot 1. But, like, Slug doesn't really have, like, tech like that. So, it's, like, I mean, it's cool he's got it, but it doesn't really do anything. Then his Dokkan field, his domain, Earth Shrouded in Clouds. Demonic power category, enemies and allies, plus 15% attack and defense. So there's his support type capabilities right there. And then increased damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. And then another 15% for characters who are Earthbred fighters. So, I mean, his Slug's team is filled with Gohan characters. Gohan characters, by the way, who do activate his intro, which is so important for him. But Gohans from the domain are going to be taking a lot more damage. To be fair, you're probably not going to have this up when you're fighting Goku and Frieza or STR Bulma, you know, to be able to take the extra damage, but I don't know. Maybe like Gohan and Piccolo, it will be really bad for them. Or, I mean, if we're fighting Janemba or Gogeta, like this plus 25% damage that like Beast would have to take would be bad probably. Then his super attack is the Darkness Eye Beam. He gets 30% attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage with a 70% chance to stun. Obviously, that's very good. Bulma, you could crush her with this. Battlefield, Super Battle Road, a lot of different advantages stun can give you. Links are Demonic Ways, Metamorphosis, Namekian, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fierce Battle. Pretty good villain link. Demonic Ways is obviously sucks, but I mean, for the most part, you know, he's got a lot of good links that will work well with a lot of very strong villain characters. 12 key multiplier is 150%, kind of the normal number we would expect to see. Here says 200% leaders. It's not, I don't think it's really too good. His, like him running him in a lot of these other teams, not really going to be super effective there. It's mostly going to be Slug's own team. Here's his best linking partners. So, I mean, Demon King Piccolo, Rildo, and Garlic Jr., I mean, we all could get Dokkan Fest for them at any point. Baby, too. Right? So, there's a lot of potentials. Maybe 13 could get a new one. Janemba, I mean, the 10th anniversary could be, you know, it might be very simple. LR Buhan, LR Janemba, LR Super Gogeta, LR Super Vegito. Boom. A 10th anniversary, right? It could be very, very simple. So, I mean, Slug, you know, his link set works well. And, I mean, having Big Bad Bosses and some of these elite links is, you know, pretty big. So, all right, now let's just finish up. Let's go and take a look at Goat Slug's categories here. What teams we could run them on. So, okay, let's jump on over. So here is Lord Slug's new category. He's introducing into the game. This is the Demonic Power category. Now, Gohan is here because he was trained, you know, from Piccolo. Piccolo even mentions, like, I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go rewatch it in Japanese, but he mentions, like, oh, now you're a part of my clan or some shit. Does he not? I think it's when he gives Gohan the gi. I gotta go double check, but, like, I mean, people are like, oh my god, like, let's cry about it nonstop, but, like, Gohan being here does make sense. It's just, you know what hurts Slug quite a bit is that LR Janemba is not demonic power. And that, I mean, LR Janemba is, you know, the best Big Bad Bosses character in the game. So, that would help so much. Because then, I mean, you know, we'd have more demonic power allies just on movie bosses and stuff like that. That's what hurts a lot, I think, is that LR Janemba's not on demonic power. I don't really see the argument for why he's not on demonic power either. Like, it does feel just like a Dokkan fuck up with categories, which we've seen a million times before. Then Slug. So, funny enough, Inhuman Deeds, no leaders for the first 4 years of its existence, and then back-to-back Inhuman Deeds leaders. So, we'll take that for sure. Then movie bosses as well. I mean, you guys know the movie bosses rule. We gotta spam movie bosses characters at all times every year of Dokkan history forever. They're always gonna be going to the movies, man. Always. Over and over and over and over again. It's always gonna happen. Then Slug is also a Namekian category character. Now, keep in mind, every single Namekian is on demonic power. Every Namekian is. So, yeah, because even Kami... Here, let me just quickly show this. Even Kami is on demonic power, right? Kami right here. So, every single Namekian... I mean, it makes sense with Daima. And obviously, by the way, this leader skill is probably going to get this category is going to get fat with Daima characters, I'm sure. But all Namekians are going to be on here. So, I mean, if we get Dende, if we got like a new Nail, you know, there's a lot of stuff we could see. Standalone Orange Piccolo. I mean, all these characters potentially could help Slug. Then Slug is also on the Dragon Ball Seeker category. So, another nice option to that team. That's good. I'll definitely take that. Awesome. Slug is also on Terrifying Conquerors. So Frieza really finally gets a true, incredibly powerful character to help him out. But, I mean, first form Frieza at this point, I mean, he's fallen off. Like, he's like the 6th unit on the team or something like that. But he could work well with Slug, for sure. Then there's also the Space Traveling Warrior team that Lord Slug leads. This is how, I mean, Bojack is probably going to easy ace since he's on the banner, so be ready for that. But yeah, Space Traveling Warrior, pretty good category. I didn't mind getting my Whis chests with that, but we didn't really get anything super crazy good, unfortunately. And then finally, Slug is here on the Power of Wishes category, since he does make a wish to the dragon. So there we go. There is Dokkan Fest Lord Slug. Pretty good. He seems like a nice Dokkan Fest. We don't really have... I mean, his restriction is heavy. The 3 demonic power category allies, it is. But, I mean, he's going to be very, very powerful, lead a good team. It's going to, like, whereas all of October, like, these, like, Namek Saga videos, like, we're just, like, dying constantly because the characters are only, like, mid or okay or something like that. None of them are super crazy. We're not really going to have that issue, I don't think, with the Slug team. Because we have... Rather than just having, like, some good characters on the team, we have the best fucking characters in the game on the Slug's team. So, that's going to be pretty good. So, let me know what you guys think of Lord Slug. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.